For the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the 5 biblical principles of finances. We start off with number 1, God owns it all. And number 2, giving is essential. Pay God first. Number 3, savings. Pay yourself. So this week, we're going to put together how do we do all this? By developing a budget. Now in 3, we talked about spending less than we make and setting up things for emergency and also building wealth. So today we're going to show you how to do that. Now, in most average Americans, they make around $50,000 a year. So with a take-home pay, though, you're close to around $32,000, $33,000 a year. That's net take-home pay. So if you break that down monthly, that's around $2,500 a month. So this is what we're going to use for our income. Okay? So when you set up a budget, you get out a pencil and paper, and you put everything on paper. The first thing you put down is your income, which would be $2,500. Then you start listing each and every item. The first one's going to be pay God, tithing. The next one is going to be pay yourself. And then we'll list all our other expenses, which would be housing, utilities, food, transportation, clothing, personal, recreation, miscellaneous, and we're going to put debt at the end. All right? Now, for each one of these items, I'm going to give you a percentage. Now, this is a recommended percentage. Now, the first 2 is the most important. So for tithing, we're automatically doing 10%, which is $250. Pay yourself, we want to do the same thing. We want to do 10%. Now, all these other percentages that I'm going to talk about are kind of recommendations, because even with the tithing, you might not be able to start off with the 10%. We had talked about this. Maybe you can only start off with $5 or $10. But this is a recommendation. So we're going to do 10% here, which is $250. Housing, we're going to do around 25%, which that would be like $625. Utilities, 15%, which will be around $375. That's your gas, your electricity, your cable, everything falls under that. Now food is around 15%, which would be $375. Now we know each family is different, so you're going to have to adjust it as you go. Transportation, we're saying about 10%. That's what it should be, around $250. Clothing, 2%, so that would be $50 in our budget. Personal, that could be getting a haircut, getting your hair done, get your nails done, anything like that, anything for your personal. That would be 5%, at $125. Recreation is 3%. That's taking the kids to a movie, going out with the husband and wife. 3%, that's $75. Then you have miscellaneous. That could be another 5% at $125. Now, if you have any debt, credit cards, then you're going to have to adjust this. But in our budget right now, we don't have no debt. So when we total this up, we're going to come up with the same amount of income, $2,500. This is called a zero-based budget. And this is how we want. We want to have every dollar is accounted for. Now, to get to this, once you do your own, you might find out this is not going to work. So you're going to have to adjust certain things. Because our first and most important goal is we got to do an emergency fund. We need to put $1,000, $500 to $1,000 away for emergency. So how are we going to do this? There's a couple ways. We can look around the house. There's some things you can sell. eBay, Craigslist, or just have a yard sale. Just sell everything. There's some things you might have to cut out. You might have to cut out your hair and nails. You might have to cut out cable TV for a while. You might have to cut out going to the movies. And also eat at home. No eating out. And these are temporary measures so that you'll be able to do what you need to do. And this is where once we get our emergency fund, then we can start building wealth and actually achieving our goals. All right? Any questions on that? Hit me on the post, and I'll see you next week.